scanning that hive and move out. So we'll see more lurkers coming down now. So yeah, we're going to expect to see a move out by Advocate fairly soon, because if he doesn't, Hive Tech is going to be his downfall, basically. So just worried about that. You'll notice that RedeemeR's got 4 Scourges next to outside of his base. Just worried about drops, because Advocate was using drops heavily last game and fairly effectively. Massive Terran army now ready to move out and just wipe the floor with some zerg units, and this is what I love to see. Sorry about my Terran bias here, but I just love seeing big Terran timing pushes coming out and trashing shit. Alright, let's go. Just fending those Scourges off, it's a good idea, because he's only got 1 science vessel at this point, and he desperately needs that science vessel to stay alive to make sure that his push will move out effectively. And he's being very cautious here, just sieging up a couple of tanks and moving the other tanks in just to move slowly, to make sure there's no big group of lurkers waiting to rush in and attack him once it's unsieged. Just be careful if I were you, mate. Yeah, we'll just worry about that vessel, because the Scourges are nearby. I'm not sure if he sees the Scourge. It's been reduced to 5 hit points, so it'll easily be taken out, but he just doesn't want to lose that vessel, because it's going to be a while till he gets some backup vessels. Alright, attack coming out now, so a large group. He's probably got about 3, maybe even 4 groups of Marines and medics. He's got a group of about 6 to 8 tanks, more like 6. Oh my god, attack coming in now, lurkers streaming in. There's about 8 lurkers ripping apart the Marines. They're about to. The tanks are going to start blasting them. Better get the Marines out of the way. The Marines are luckily an arm's length, but more lurkers being unburrowed and coming in. Luckily those tanks are in a great position over the side, and D-Matrix going down on the tanks, so tanks blasting the lurkers. He's going to run into lurkers shortly, another lurker goes down, and he's forced to retreat. Oh my god, that was a devastating battle there for I think RedeemeR came out worse off in that battle. He did inflict some casualties though, so it wasn't completely one-sided, but I think this push is going to go ahead. Ultralisk Cavern up now, so Ultralisk Cavern getting ready to attack. Already Ultralisks out. The lurkers coming back in. The tanks are going to have to siege up. They're in an unsieged position, but soon a whole lot of fire. But oh my god, those Ultralisks just taking cannon shells straight between the eyes. And oh my god, I've never seen Ultralisks being devastated so quickly. Well, I have. But not to such a small-looking Terran force. It's a small-looking, maybe. It packs a huge amount of punch, given that he's got so many tanks there. So Advocate now moving in for the kill. He's got Ultralisk to contend with, though, so he's going to have to siege up those tanks. If only he saw the Ultralisk Cavern right there, it's easily target. He's built the Ultralisk Cavern in a really vulnerable spot. He better take it up. But Ultralisk coming in now to attack the tanks and Marines. Lurks coming in the back, so shredding. That tank's going to go down. Oh no, it's not. The tank's not going to go down. My bad. I I perhaps underestimated the defensive quality of the tank and the weak concussive damage of the lurker against the tank. That's why tanks are so effective against lurkers. For more than one reason, really. It's the big explosive damage. It's the range, and the fact they take less damage against lurkers, which makes the tank a very effective unit to use against them. And it's pretty much perfect that he's got so many tanks, because tanks are precisely the unit that you want to use on Ultralisks as well. And Ultralisks are basically RedeemeR's game plan at this point, and they may soon prove to be effective, because he's slowly withering down Advocate's army, and he might in fact stop Advocate in his tracks here. Huge amount of Ultralisks and lurkers coming, Ultralisks and Lynx coming down, but reinforcements coming in from Advocate. He's actually being able to back himself up, and these unsieged tanks are just mowing down the Ultralisks, double-barreled cannon fire. Whew. Oh god, I'm running out of breath. It's like running a marathon commentating these games. Really exciting stuff. Guys, this has been an excellent game so far, and it's only just getting started by the looks. We've got a huge Terran army running into the expansion. It's unfortunate, as it turned out, that RedeemeR decided to build his hive here, because the hive is going to be the first building to go down, basically, apart from those Sunkens. Radiate going off. Lynx coming in from the back trying to take out those tanks, but luckily the Marine's going to be in there quick to defend. A very good combination play by Advocate. More Ultralisks coming out, but unfortunately they're coming in piecemeal, and these tanks are going to be able to focus them, and those Ultralisks are going to be taken out. Really fantastic play by Advocate. He's just moving forward slowly but surely, and he's backing himself up. Meanwhile, don't forget, RedeemeR's got 2 expansions, so he's not out of this game yet, but he's just lost his hive, and he's going to lose that spire, so an extreme setback here from Advocate, from RedeemeR. Don't forget that Ultralisk Cavern hasn't been taken out, and Advocate's missed that opportunity. If only he had sent just a few units over to take that out, then he'd really be able to stop those Ultralisks from coming in. The Ultralisks are really the only thing that's a danger at this point, because he's got such a big army of Marines and medics and tanks that RedeemeR's really not going to have anything left. Fantastic defensive position here with the tanks up on RedeemeR's own ramp, but unfortunately he's got he's got Ultralisk coming in from his main base as well. So from 2 sides, every last tank is taken out, and I'm not sure if Advocate's attack can proceed at this point. Oh, Scourge is attacking the science vessels. More troops coming in from Advocate, but they're a while away, and this will give RedeemeR a chance to come back into the game and save his main base. And this is really fortunate because there's so many drones at his main base. If he had lost that main base to a group of Marines and medics, I would definitely call it in favour of Advocate right away. But the game is not over yet. He's got tons of economy and resources and evolution chambers at his main base, which are safe now. So Advocate is going to have to regroup, withdraw, and plan his next attack. And RedeemeR is hanging on to this game. He's hanging on to his technology. He's lost his hive, but he can still produce Ultralisks because he's kept his Ultralisk Cavern up, and that's crucial. That's absolutely crucial. What we're seeing now is Advocate just changing plans, basically. He's going from an offensive timing push, and he's pulling back to a defensive double command center strategy build, and he's going to need to because his main is almost mined out. Zergling's attacking now at the innermost 3 o'clock gas expansion, so Advocate's going to have to be doing a bit of lifting off and putting down with the command center. He's on a defensive again, and I'm not sure how much resources RedeemeR really has available to commit in the next sort of 5 to 10 minutes of the game, but it's going to need to be a lot because Advocate's got a huge amount of troops, and once he gets his defenses sorted out, once he has everything secure with bunkers and supply depots blocking, he's going to be fine. But Ultralisk coming in, he's got a whole group of 6 Ultralisks. If they all attack at once, this could be devastating for the Terran player, and a few Ultralisks just swarming in now. Good micromanagement attack there. But Irradiate going down, he's still got about 6 tanks just blasting those Ultralisks, and soon he's down to 4, and it's going to be down to 3, 2, 1, 0 Ultralisks. So wow, magnificent defense here by Advocate. Really loving this. This game is fantastic, guys. I hope you're enjoying this as much as I am, because this game could come down to the wire. We've got a whole lot of tanks still alive from Advocate. RedeemeR is rebuilding his hatchery at the natural expansion, and he may as well because he's not under that much pressure right now, but he needs to keep up the pressure on Advocate, otherwise he's going to have another timing push at his front door or at one of his expansions. Now that inner expansion at the 6 o'clock with the gas right here for Advocate is heavily mined by those SCVs because he's basically just run out of minerals at his main and almost at his natural. He's going to be down to 1 base soon if he doesn't secure another expansion. If I were him, I would try for an island expansion in a situation like this, but notice that I was going to call him In Control. I could call him In Control, but I'm calling him RedeemeR has an overlord there watching out for that, and I think it's a good idea because on this map, on the island expansions, there are no small mineral patch to stop you from instantly floating over a command center and just landing it and building SCVs, and that can be a really good way to go on this map if you're Terran. Other 2 races have to use dropships, of course. Whew. Deep breath. Okay, we've got mines and vultures just getting ready, and I think this is a fantastic idea if you're in a defensive situation against Ultralisks, because you want to have every advantage you can, and tanks and Marines aren't going to cut it in the long run once your opponent gets lots of Lings and Ultralisks, but mines can really help you. Mines can do a lot of damage to Ultralisks if they're a big cluster of mines. Otherwise, of course, the Ultralisks will run over them if there's too few. Advocate seems to be building up a few more vessels. And, oh my god, this is going to run straight into the Ultralisks. Irradiate going off, and this is going to be devastating for RedeemeR. He's actually got several Irradiates off, so this is going to cause some serious damage to those Ultralisks. It's going to force him to attack straight away. So everybody is attacking right now. It's pretty much Zerg's only option once he gets a whole lot of Irradiates like that. He's got to make the most of that